This is Tiger Ascari. Thanks for coming back. Man, UFC 295 came and went, and we have Alex Pereira and Tom Aspinall winning. That Tom Aspinall fight, I was for sure thought that Sergey Pavlovich was just going to run over him. Watching all of his fights prior, the dude was a monster, you know. But Tom Aspinall, he defied the gods, and he won. And he won in very good fashion. Round one, knocked clean KO. You know, I think if there's anybody that's going to take down John Jones, it could be Tom Aspinall. You know, definitely should make that fight. You know, John Jones is out for a number of months, and he still wants to fight Stipe. I mean, Stipe is old. I don't know if that'd even be really worth fighting or worth watching. Definitely would rather watch John Jones fight Tom Aspinall, and John Jones ride off into the sunset of retirement, whoever wins that. But now Alex Pereira versus Jiri Prochazka. Wow. A lot of people are saying early stoppage. But here's the thing, and I haven't really seen too many people talk about this. When you got two dudes at like, when you start getting up in weight, when it's like light heavyweight or heavyweight, these guys are hitting really hard, really hard, and it's straight to the face, straight to the head. That's a lot of brain trauma. So the idea that, you know, Jiri Prochazka, he was just taking elbows straight to the head, and when he had him around his hips, if you watch that video closely, you'll notice that Jiri Prochazka's arms are around Alex Pereira's hips, but then his hands fall, and then that's when the ref went in. And I'm like, okay, I can see the reason why he went in there. And on top of that, it's Alex hits very hard. He hits very hard. Like Jiri, he tried to. A lot of respect to Jiri. He tried to stand with him. He tried to face the demon, but just couldn't overcome him. You know, great fight. You know, very happy for Alex Pereira winning the belt. 2-division champion. Sorry about that. 2-division champion. Alex Pereira is definitely my favorite fighter in the UFC right now. And so I think up next for him would probably be Jamal Hill. But I think, you know, here's the thing. Jamal Hill is a very brave man, because Alex has stood with the best strikers in the world. The best. So, I mean, with Jamal Hill, I think it would be a good fight if Jamal Hill can not get knocked out. Then I think he's got a chance, you know, because Alex Pereira's wrestling on the ground isn't that good. So, I mean, we'll see. Or, you know, you saw that call out at the very end. You know, Alex Pereira says, Adesanya, come to daddy. You know, we could see Alex fighting Izzy for a round three trilogy. Here's the other thing, too. Alex is getting old. He's like 36, 37. So, and he's been fighting for a long time. So, you know, he doesn't have that many more years left. So, I think a trilogy fight to end that storyline and that kind of chapter is in order. But, you know, Jamal Hill versus Alex Pereira, that would be a good one too. That'd be a real good one. You know, what Jamal Hill did to Glover Teixeira, he just pieced him up pretty decisively a couple months ago. So, I mean, we will see. But other than that, UFC 295 all around is great. You know, not really going to get too into the other fights, but, you know, what I want to see coming up is there's a UFC fight night coming up December 2nd. So you have Beneil Dariush versus Arman. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that last name. And Dan Hooker versus Bobby Green. I really like Dan Hooker. So Bobby Green versus Dan Hooker is going to be a good one. I don't know. If Dan Hooker could beat Bobby Green, I would really like to see him in UFC 300. And UFC 300 is coming up next, April? So that's going to be a that whole card is going to be absolutely insane. So, in another one of my videos, we're probably going to go over UFC 200 and then look at some of the fights on that main card, and then maybe try to compare it to like a UFC 300. Who could we see fighting? Could we see Nate Diaz? Could we see, Charles Oliveira? Dan Hooker. There's just so many people. Conor McGregor. That would be an insane comeback. Conor McGregor, Michael Chandler, Justin Gaethje. Like there's so many fighters that we could see. That that the people love, and the thing about these centennial events is they're not really so much for the belt. It's just banger fights. It's just for the fans, for the hardcore fans. So, that's probably going to be my next UFC video. It's going to be talking about UFC 200 and then going into UFC 300. But with that, thanks for coming. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and there'll be more videos coming soon. Take care.